right, Sistas fans. Now again, kind of like the Is Karen in Season 5 video, this is just my opinion, but I will agree there are signs that point to, is this it? But I'm on the belief that Season 5 is not the final season of the show. I could be wrong, people. I could be dead wrong. I don't know, like, let's say by the time Season 4 finishes airing the episodes in September, and we already know it's been renewed for Season 5, given, a couple weeks ago. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, let me back up. I think I may have misspoke. Basically, by the time Season 4 wraps up airing episodes in September, and then Season 5 eventually comes out, we know Season 5 is coming due to BET announcing the renewal a couple weeks ago. So basically, I'm assuming sometime in early 2023. I don't know the length of time that's still left on Tyler Perry's Viacom contract. I don't know if he's going to renew it. I don't know if he's going to take his talent elsewhere. Who knows? But regardless, I feel like in some ways I could see Season 5 being the final season, but at the same time, the show is such a hit. But then again, well, Jeremy, the haves and the have-nots. Look, I don't know who talks like that. I don't think you all sound like Muppets. But, well, Jeremy, I don't think Season 5 is going to end because, well, the ratings are so high. But then again, the haves and the have-nots were also #1 on OWN since it first debuted, and they ended it. Well, just because something isn't... Well, no, I think there are more examples that show that when a show's a hit, they'll keep it going. They will milk that cow for every drop until there's nothing but powder coming out, like the SpongeBob or the Simpsons. I mean, there are just so many examples of long-running animated and or live-action television shows, not to mention movie series and whatnot, that look at Medea, where it's like, okay, how far is this going to go? But then if it gets ratings, if it gets high numbers at the box office, if it makes money, they're going to keep doing it. It's just a matter of behind the scenes. Oh, the cast all got gifts from KJ, or wow, there was a rap party and there were a lot of photos. Well, the thing is, they've always had rap parties for every Tyler Perry show. There have been times where the cast will have their own separate, like, big dinner events and whatnot when, filming is done. Sometimes they'll do it early where it's like, oh, so-and-so finished filming, 2 days before everybody else. So let's go out for a cast dinner to celebrate, and so-and-so, they'll go home tomorrow morning and then, we'll finish up our filming and then we'll party and then we'll go home. And then giving out gifts to, cast members. Maybe Season 5 reaches a particular milestone in the Sister series. If I'm not mistaken, Season 5 should be the season where Sisters reaches episode 100, because if there are 11 episodes left of Season 4, then by the time we get to the finale, that means the finale of Season 4 will be, 91 episodes. So essentially by the time we get to Season 5, almost but not quite at the mid-season finale, that should be Sisters episode 100. So I feel like maybe that's the reason KJ gave out gifts. Again, I don't know, I'm speculating here, but yeah, 100 episodes is a major milestone. Now I don't know if that's going to be a special episode of Sisters, but sometimes that's what happens. I mean, you show people love, you show them appreciation. So I don't think that Season 5 is the last season. Perhaps it is, and Tyler's like, I'm going to go full throttle with the Zatima series, and that'll be its own thing, and Sisters will end. But it just seems to me like Sisters is such a hit that the ratings, are still through the roof, and as a result, it'll just keep on going. Now, one could argue if it needs to go beyond Season 5, and I can completely understand that. But at the same time, if it is Season 5, the final season, holy crap, what a ride that the cast have been on. The fact that they all talk about how the show changed their lives and helped them reach, different levels of their career they didn't expect to reach. And, it's just incredible. So would it be a bit sad? It's like I said with the haves and the have-nots. I would rather a show end on a good note where everything gets wrapped up, as opposed to leaving open-ended questions. Sure, you might have one or two which leave the possibility of a sequel series or, you know, some sort of spin-off in the future or revival of the series. But to have the show end, like, what would it look like? For me personally, even if season 5 is the last season, I'm just going to have Zatima off in its own, you know, little island, because I don't think Zatima will only last for 1 or 2 seasons. I feel like it's going to be a show that'll take off in its own right. You know, of course, it really depends on how well received season 1 is, hence why it was only 10 episodes. So, you know, I'll just speak into existence that Zatima will be its own thing. But regardless, Sistas just hit a nerve with the audience that I don't think any other show has. I mean, I remember making a lengthy post on Instagram well over a year ago about how it just created a conversation amongst the fans that I don't think even the haves and the have-nots did. Don't get me wrong, that show in itself was a juggernaut, but I feel like in terms of a realistic series, Sistas is it. Trust and believe, it is over the top, and it's like, okay, no woman would really go through all this kind of thing, but I do feel like the conversation of relationships and different dynamics and dating, it is very relevant. So I feel like even if season 5 is the final season, the show isn't going to go anywhere anytime soon in the hearts and mind of the fan base. I just pray that everybody doesn't get killed off and it ends like the haves and the have-nots. But no, regardless, I don't think season 5 is the final run. But like I said before, I could be wrong. Maybe by the time they announce season 5's air date, the final season. Wait, what the hell? Because you never know with these things. It isn't up to the creators of the show all the time. Sometimes it's the network that they're working with that decides to pull the plug. But let's be real here. Even if season 5 is the quote-unquote last season on BET, Tyler will probably do something with it, like bring it to a different platform. Imagine it on Netflix. Okay, well, that's all I got for this particular video. I feel like I could talk on this subject for another 20 minutes, but there's really no need to. Yes, don't be fooled by everything you see online, even though things seem to have a bit of finality to them in regards to how the series has been quote-unquote advertised by cast members and whatnot on social media because they finished filming. I don't think this is the end. Again, I could be wrong. So, take a moment, hit the thumbs up button to show you like the video. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. Hit subscribe, hit the bell icon and select all. That way you don't miss out whenever I post content on the channel. And with that being said, I'll catch you in the next one.